Hi, welcome. Come on into my office. Oh, okay. Is that your paperwork that you have? Yeah, let me grab that. Okay, so you're here to apply for unemployment? Okay, sounds great. No worries. We will get you all set up, and this won't hurt a bit. Trust me. Okay. So I'm gonna just ask you some questions. Some of them you might have already answered in this packet, and we'll just go from there. Okay. All right. So, did you work in a state other than this state during the last 18 months? No. Okay. Good. That makes it a lot easier. And what is your social security? Oh, I see it. Okay. Hold on there. Okay. Have you used any other social security numbers in the past? No. Okay. No other numbers. And is this your full name? Okay. Middle initial. Okay. And is this the name that appears on your social security card? Yes. Okay. Great. Have you used any other names? Oh, you have? Okay. Hold on then. I'm gonna write them on here, and then I will also input them into the system. So go ahead. TH. Okay. Okay. Got it. And your birth date. Okay. Well, that's coming up soon, huh? All right. Gender. And do you have a written language preference? Okay. And what about spoken language? All right. Have you filed an unemployment insurance or a disability insurance claim in the last 2 years? Yeah, I know a lot of people are coming in these days. There's certainly been a lot of layoffs. Okay. Do you have a driver's license issued to you by a state or entity? Yes. And what is that state? Okay, great. And do you have your license, or do you have the number? Okay, yes, I see it. Okay. Okay. All right. And your telephone number is this, right? Okay. And what is your mailing address? Okay, got it. Is your residence address the same as your mailing address? Good, okay. And, all right. Do you have a disability? A disability is a physical or mental impairment that substantially limits one or more life activities, such as caring for oneself, performing manual tasks, walking, seeing, hearing, speaking, breathing, learning, or working. No, okay. And what is the highest grade of school you have completed? Here are the options. Did not complete high school diploma or GED, some college or vocational school, Associate of Arts, Bachelor of Arts or Science, or Master's or Doctorate. You have your bachelor's, okay. Are you a military veteran? No, okay. Okay. So now is where I'm going to input your employment history for the past 18 months. And we just want to make sure that we have the name and address of all employers you worked for, period of employment, meaning the dates, total wages earned for each employer, how you were paid, meaning hourly or weekly, monthly, annually, commission, if you were full-time or part-time, how many hours you worked per week, and then is the employer a school or educational institution or a public or nonprofit employer where you performed school-related work. Okay, so let's go through these. So you just had the 2 jobs. Okay, so let me just enter this in. Okay, for this one, was it full-time? Okay. Okay, and you worked from... Okay. Oh yes, thank you for filling this out first. So total wages. You got that from your W-2? Wonderful. All right, and then were you paid weekly, monthly, bi-weekly? Okay. Okay, that takes care of that one. And this one also full-time? Okay, great. Okay. All right, great. Oh, and this one also bi-weekly? Okay. Okay. During the past 18 months, did you work for any other employers not listed in this list that we just put in? No. Okay. Okay. If it's found that you do not have sufficient wages in the standard base period to establish a valid claim, do you want to attempt to establish the claim using the alternate base period? Yeah, great. I think you do, though, just based on the numbers I'm seeing. Okay, during the past 18 months, which employer did you work for the longest? Okay, got it. What type of business was operated by the employer? Okay. And you worked there a year and a month? Okay. And what did you do there? Okay. And what is your usual occupation? Okay, same thing. Is your usual work seasonal? No. All right. So now, again, we're going to ask about information about your very last employer. This is the employer you last worked for, regardless of the length of time you worked at that job, the type of work you did for that employer, or whether or not you've been paid. If you worked for a temporary agency, a labor contractor, an agent for actors or actresses, or an employer where wages are reported under a corporate name, your wages may have been reported under that employer name. If you worked for in-home support services, the welfare recipient for whom you provided the in-home supportive service is your employer, not the county. You may want to refer back to your check stubs or W-2s to obtain the name of your employer, but I think yours is pretty clear cut. Okay. So what is the last state you actually worked for, your very last employer? Okay. All right. And what are your gross wages for your last week of work? For unemployment insurance purposes, a week begins on Sunday and ends the following Saturday. Okay, so that last week was your last week. Oh, you came fast then. Do you know what those wages would have been? I just need the gross. It doesn't need to be what your take home. Okay, yeah, no, I understand. You haven't gotten the paycheck yet. That's okay. As long as you know what it is going to be. All right. What is the complete name of your very last employer? It's got it. Okay. And that mailing address again. Is the physical address of your last employer the same as their mailing address? Okay. And what is the telephone number of your very last employer? Okay, got it. And what is the name of your immediate supervisor? Okay. Okay, now briefly explain in your own words the reason you are no longer working for your very last employer within the space provided. Okay, so basically I'm looking for about a sentence or two. Okay, yeah, that's really all we need. All right. So this question is going to be a no then. Are you out of work due to a trade dispute such as a strike or a lockout? No, it was just layoffs. Okay. Okay. Are you currently working for, or do you expect to work for, any school or educational institution or a public or nonprofit employer performing school-related work? No. Okay. Do you expect to return to work for any former employer? Like you'd like to, but you don't think so that's going to happen. Understood. Okay. And do you have a date to start work with any employer yet? No. Yeah. Well, sometimes people do, but they'll apply for unemployment insurance to cover them during the period between when they stop their last employment and when they're able to start with the new one. So that's why we ask that. Yeah, I know. Hopefully you'll find something soon. Okay. Are you a member of a union or non-union trade association? Okay. Yeah, you would know because they would take dues out of your paycheck. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. Okay. Are you currently attending or do you plan on attending school or training? No? Okay. Well, we can talk about some opportunities and options that we can maybe provide you if you're interested in taking some classes or getting some certifications. Yeah. All right, we'll do that. Are you available for immediate full-time work in your usual occupation? Yes, you could start tomorrow. Great. Are you available for immediate part-time work in your usual occupation? Yes? Okay, but you really need a full-time job. I understand. Yes. Are you currently self-employed or do you plan to become self-employed? No. Are you now or have you been in the last 18 months an officer of a corporation or union or the sole or major stockholder of a corporation? No, yeah. Yeah, you'd remember that, right? Yeah. Did you serve as an elected public official or governor exempt appointee in the last 18 months? No. Okay. Are you currently receiving a pension? No. And will you receive any additional pensions in the next 12 months? No. You're very young, so I wouldn't expect that to be the case. Are you receiving or do you expect to receive workers' compensation? No. Okay. Have you received or do you expect to receive any payments from your last employer other than your regular salary? For example, holiday pay, vacation pay, severance pay in lieu of notice pay, etc. You are getting paid your unused vacation? Okay. So let's put that in. Do you know the amount? You just know the number of days? Okay. So how many days is that going to be? Oh, wow. You really were banking it up. And what, do you know your hourly rate? Okay, perfect. Okay, got it. Okay. Are you a U.S. citizen or national? Yes, okay. Okay. We don't need any of that documentation. Okay. And you're not unemployed due to a disaster, so you wouldn't be eligible for that benefit. All right. So that takes us to the end of that form. So let me just double check and make sure there isn't anything else that you filled out. Okay. Okay. Fabulous. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that into the system. And what will happen is you will get an email with information about how to create an account. And you're going to want to do that as soon as possible, because on this account, every week, you'll need to log which actions you've taken that week to help in your employment process. So if you have gone on an interview or if you have applied to a job, so you'll be able to log that there, and you'll also be able to track the status of your checks. And what I would definitely do is set up the direct deposit so that you're not waiting for a check to be mailed to you, and it can just go directly into your bank account. And you can do all of that in the system once you create your account. So yeah, let's see, somewhere I think I have information on the classes we offer. Let me see. I'll get that set up for you. Okay, so this is a folder that you can take home with you, and it basically just tells you dates of different seminars and classes that we offer that you can come. So we have computer literacy, just all sorts of different things, and you're welcome to just drop in and come anytime. You don't have to sign up in advance, just show up when the class is taking place. So if you see anything that might be helpful to you, come on by. And do you have any questions? Okay, well, good luck with everything, and hopefully you will get a job really quickly. And yeah, don't worry, so many people are in the same boat as you, so you are in good company. But try not to worry too much. I'm sure it'll all work out, and hopefully it'll work out pretty quickly. Okay, well, nice to meet you. And yeah, call anytime if you do have questions, and we're happy to help. Okay? All right, well, bye.